This cold start doesn't get any realer than this. Uh-oh. All right, so the Tiger Cat has a dead battery. Let's see if the Panther will start. Whew, fingers crossed. Come on, baby. Oh yeah. She's cold. Probably about 25 degrees out today, and there's snow on the ground. But she still runs. All right, so we're gonna let the Panther warm up a little bit, get the blood flowing, and we're gonna use this to tow the other walker mower into the garage. So I'm in the backyard and we're gonna use the Panther to tow this one into the garage so we can start yanking the motor out of it and see if we can make some progress on this thing today. All right, here's the fun part. There it is. I tell you what, guys, this Panther never lets you down. All right. Let's get some work done. All right, guys, mission today is first of all is to get the garage warmed up. I'm gonna get the heat going in here. As you can see, it's very cold in here. I'm not a big fan of working in the extreme cold, so we're gonna get the garage nice and warm, but we're gonna yank the engine out of this machine here. This is video 2 of 3 on this walker build here. On this video, you're gonna see me rip out the old engine, put the new one that we built in. It's the 26 horsepower EFI that we converted to carburetor. If you guys haven't seen that video, go ahead and check it out. And basically, we're gonna do everything mechanical on the machine before we tear it apart and paint it up and make it look pretty. But we wanna make sure that everything works on this machine, so we're gonna go through the entire thing. I'm warning you guys now, this may be another long video. I'm not sure yet. It all depends on how everything mechanical ends up working out on this machine. But first things first, we're gonna get the garage warm, like I said, and then we'll rip the engine out, and then we'll pretty much have a good idea as to what's going to be needed on this machine once we pull the engine. I am going to save this engine, guys. You know, I know it blew up and everything, but I want to know what exactly happened, so we will tear this apart. It won't be on this video, but it'll be on another video. You know, I'm anxious to see what exactly happened to this thing. But yeah, let's get into it, and hopefully get some good footage for you guys, and hopefully you guys can learn something. A lot of you guys have asked me about doing these repair videos, and I'm all about doing them for you. You know, if you like our videos and our content, all I ask is that you please just like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you any money, and of course it helps us out as YouTube creators. So if you guys are digging it, please hit that like button, hit the share button, and of course subscribe to the channel. Working out here for a little bit now. This engine is pretty much ready to come out. I didn't film it because it was pretty self-explanatory, but I'm going to walk you through it anyway. There's 4 engine bolts on the bottom that you take out. Actually, on this model, for some reason, Walker decided to use a through bolt setup with a nut on the other side. It was a major pain trying to get at the nuts, so what I ended up doing was I just took the cutoff wheel and cut them right off, because we're gonna change that setup. The new engine bolts that I have thread through the block. So I took the belts off, disconnected the wire harness and disconnected the throttle cable, and swung this exhaust shield off to the side for now. And yeah, just disconnected this thing right here, and this motor's ready to come out. So we're gonna go ahead and yank it out and take a good look around this thing and see what's going on with it. All right, I got the engine basically out. I just gotta pick it up now and throw it on the floor. This is where you get a hernia, picking this thing up. These things weigh about 150 pounds. You guys can see all the oil that was under there. It's all caked up. That's why I couldn't even get at the engine bolts. It was all just mudded up. It's just much easier to cut them off. But yeah, let's get this engine out of here and we'll move on. All right, we got the engine out on the floor. As you can see, it's over there. Just about ready to put the new engine in. Off camera, what I did was I drilled out the engine mounting holes a little bigger, because on the older style engines, they use a bigger style bolt. And what I've done here also is I've checked the tensioner setup here on the blower and the idler pulley. That's good there. And I checked the belt to make sure that nothing funky was going on with that. So that's all in good shape. So we're going to install this engine now. Whew. This is the hardest part, guys, is putting the engine in because it's heavy. Come on. Whew. Take a breather here. Okay. There that is. Alright, so the engine's in, and what I also did was I put some cheapy engine oil in there. You don't, on the first startup, guys, you don't need good oil in there, because after about 5 hours you're going to want to change the oil anyway. So I just run the cheapy stuff for now. I'm starting to route my wires here to adapt the factory harness that came in this mower to this engine. As you can see, these aren't going to plug in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eliminate these ends here, and I'll solder the wires together so we have good connection. And hopefully all goes well with that. So I got this thing wired up. You can see my harness that I made here. And what I actually did have to do was run a jumper wire going to the trigger wire on the starter, because for some reason I had no power going to it. I even disconnected all the sensors and jumped the sensors to see if it was that. Nothing. So I took the panel off, ran a new wire going into the yellow wire in the back of the ignition switch. Problem solved. Now when I turn the key, it turns over no problem. The battery's low. That's why it had that hesitation when I first turned it over just now. So yeah, the only thing I'm waiting on now is a electric fuel pump, a 12-volt low pressure pump that I ordered off Amazon. Should be in any day now. That's the only thing that's stopping me from starting up this machine and seeing where we stand with the engine and stuff. I did put the throttle cable in, as you can see here, and I did adjust the governor as best as I could. It's probably going to need to be readjusted because I don't think it's right, but we'll find out when we start it up. As you guys can see, I put a white paper towel underneath the engine, and what that will do is show me if I have a leak somewhere. A lot of leaks come in here, guys, in the oil cooler. Right behind the oil cooler is where they like to leak. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but I only put 2 bolts inside the engine in case I got to take it out. We'll see. But yeah, it's pretty much ready to go. Like I said, just waiting on the fuel pump, and then we'll wire that in, put that together. We'll end up firing this thing up on the 3rd video. I wanted to be able to get it done on the 2nd video, but just didn't pan out that way. That's okay. Now, on the 3rd video, you're going to see us disassemble the deck, go through the gearboxes. We're going to sandblast everything and have it all painted up. Put a new decal kit on it. Put a new seat on it because the seat's trashed. And it'll look like a brand new model when we're done. So stay tuned for the 3rd video, guys. It'll be the 3rd and final video on this Walker build here. As always, thanks for watching. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch our channel. And if you like what you see, please like, share, subscribe to our channel. That'd be greatly appreciated. And we'll see you on the next video.